Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Far Off Films. This is the 6th episode.
Yay!
It's me, Luca, from Luca's Films, and we're joined with the weeb friend and the Australian.
The Australian child.
Of course, that's.
Yes.
I couldn't have it any other way.
The Kiwi kid.
This is for
No, the Aussie kid.
This is for Jules's. This is for Jules's grandma. I'm Kimmy from Kim Jong-un Productions. So.
Yep, I'll tell her about that. I'm sure she's a fan of the podcast now.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Like and subscribe, Jules's grandma.
And everyone else, please, yes.
Jules, did you introduce yourself? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Jules from the channel The Walrus Man.
Nice.
Anyway, what crazy shit happened this
Do you
week?
get walruses in Australia, though?
We don't.
Yeah, you don't, right? Okay.
I mean, I'm sure they have them at
Yeah,
like
no, we don't.
zoos or something,
we get seals,
right?
Nah.
probably. We get seals and penguins.
Yeah,
too.
same. We get seals and penguins.
Oh, but you don't have walruses and zoos and stuff like that?
There's barely any zoos here.
I've never seen a walrus in a zoo. I've never seen a walrus in a
okay.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty in, like, I don't know, like the Disney Animal Kingdom or whatever. I don't know, we're spoiled here in America. Yeah, so.
There's a whole beach that's like just a tourist attraction where I'm from that's just filled with penguins. Like, there are so many penguins there.
Hell yeah.
And I think there's a Netflix show about this beach, about the penguins. It's so weird. Like,
Real life surfs
it's
up.
kind of surreal. Yeah. No, not surfs up.
Yeah, there's this one beach on like this certain coast of like near the city I live, so like kind of out in the country, where people will pay like hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to look like go to this fence on this beach and just see these like penguins walking past like every night. I was like,
Wow.
I get okay, it's cool. You see a penguin walking past, but like, why the fuck are you paying like hundreds of dollars for this?
I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap
It's
to
like
go to the
actually one
beach
of the most
by me.
expensive tourist attractions in
Yeah,
Australia.
it's just a
That's
beach.
funny.
Like, I could look at that. I could go to any. I guess this is the only beach with penguins, so.
It's funny because
Yeah.
the Penguin Beach, you have to pay a little bit to go to. It's not that expensive, but if you just go to the beach that's right next to it, all the public beaches are free, obviously. You could just swim to the Penguin Beach if you like really wanted to. Like,
You're that much of a cheapskate where you would be willing to
Yeah.
swim to avoid paying a fee.
I've done it before. It's quite funny.
But then you can say you've like swum with penguins.
I have swum.
Well,
that's
with them,
true, yeah.
That's what I've done. I've swam right next
That's
to them.
Yeah,
fucking
you could be in
awesome.
real life
I've
surfs
also-
up. Yeah, so.
I've also swam next to a shark.
How was that?
Ooh, I've
Yeah, I've
always
never
wanted to
done that
do that, but it
before.
looks-
No,
kinda
no, it
scary.
wasn't purposeful. Like,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was just
Oh,
swimming
shit.
in the ocean, and then I see like this black figure next to me, and then I'm like, whatever, it's just kelp. Carry on swimming, and then like this dude on the beach, like he like shouts, he's like, "Hey!" and he like points at this black figure, and I'm like, dude, are you stupid? This is just kelp. Like, what are you pointing at?
Oh,
And I
no.
carry on swimming, and the dude shouts again. He's like, "Look, hey!" And I look at it, and it's closer to me now, and I just see this fin pop out the water, and the shark is right next to
Oh.
me, and I'm like, "Holy
That is terrifying.
shit!"
Yeah, that sounds scary as
But-
shit. Yeah.
But
What kind of shark was it?
it was just like a reef shark or something. Like not that big.
Yeah, it wasn't like a tiger shark
Oh,
or
okay,
anything.
so it wasn't like
yeah.
a great white.
No. It was too shallow to be a great white. Way too shallow.
Was it a jaguar shark?
It wasn't a jaguar shark. I wish.
I remember when I watched Jaws for the first time a few years ago.
A few years ago, what?
I'm only 16, Timmy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're a small child.
It was I watched it before the summer and my family used to go to like the beach and like rent out a house every summer, and we'd swim every day. And I was like, fuck, am I gonna see like a shark? And my parents were like, no, you'll be fine. And I used to look at the newspaper. I still do every morning. And before the summer, I just see hundreds of like, it was one summer when sharks were just coming so close to the beaches, and for just some reason, and they all came so close, and it was that one summer after I watched Jaws, and I was shit scared.
Yeah, no, Australia and South Africa,
nothing happened.
like, really populous
Australia's
places for sharks. Like, I think we're like the only regions, besides parts of America too, that have like great whites, Jules. Like,
yeah, we're lucky. You don't.
Yeah,
have
so
that
like
too.
a real life Jaws encounter could have been actually possible. So,
but sharks are too over like stereotyped in media. Like, there's only like 3 shark attack deaths per year. Like, they're really you've got nothing to
you're
worry
more likely
about.
to get killed by like lightning strikes than you are by a shark attack.
Yeah.
Like,
You
that's
are
how
more
unlikely
likely
it
to
is.
die a Final Destination death than get killed by a shark.
Yeah,
But anyways,
assuming I don't
You're
know.
more
I
likely
don't know
to
what
die
a
in a
Final
saw trap
Destination
than a-
death
than
is.
a
speaking
shark
of
death.
Final Destination, speaking of the
Speaking
new
of dying,
Speaking
of
of-
getting
wait.
fucked, we saw.
speaking of the new Final
We
Destination
didn't even
movie,
talk about my movie news.
Yeah,
though.
I'm trying to segue.
Oh, I thought you said going
Yeah.
into the movie.
No. Okay, let me do this.
That would have been hilarious if it was. So
Speaking of Final Destination, there's a new Final Destination
I
movie that
saw
was
it.
announced. And speaking of new announcements and movie news, let's talk about the movie news. Bam! Perfect segue.
Okay, I've got
yeah.
I've got something really hot for you.
Oh,
Okay,
Sure.
so it involves Illumination.
oh god, I hate this
Illumi-
already.
Illumination is developing a new label of animated films under the name Moonlight. The new label aims to broaden the range of animated films that they make beyond kid-friendly fare.
Oh my!
So this means Gru
Oh
can
my
finally say
god!
fuck.
So we can see like an R-rated animated like Illumination movie.
Yeah,
That
we can finally
God,
see
I
Illumination.
just want to see like someone like
adapt
make a
that.
Minions movie, but all the Minions are like killing each other and super brutal, like gory.
I
Or
just
we
wanna
get, like
call-
slaves or something.
I just want to see a movie where Gru just walks up to a minion and goes, "You yellow piece of shit," and then shoots him in the face. Like that's
Yeah.
what I want to see.
They invent like a minion racial slur, so he's just racist to them.
I was thinking the same thing.
Wow.
It'll be like District 9, but with minions instead of aliens.
You stupid one goggle or something.
You stupid banana. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe Gru can finally say fuck.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what I should think about this, because
Yeah.
I would care if Illumination actually produced a decent quality movie, which they've never done in their lives, so...
Yeah, no.
yeah, it really depends how
Yeah.
they like approach this, because if they just decide to do this with like their normal business model, it's not gonna work. They're gonna have to approach.
It's not gonna
like,
change,
yeah.
it's just gonna be the same
don't-
thing, except, like, swap out, like, haha, like, poop humor, now it's like, haha,
and-
he said fuck.
Yeah, like, I
that's
don't
that'll
want to
be the
get
joke
like
now,
a
yeah.
We're gonna go
thousand
from kid
sausage
humor to
parties, you
Deadpool
know?
humor.
Like,
Oh god, imagine like Ryan Reynolds starring in like one of these like R-rated
Oh,
Illumination
no.
movies. That would be genuine hell.
the thing is, that's probably what it will be though, unless they take like a genuinely cool approach to this idea. But yeah,
I doubt it.
I mean, in my
I'm sorry,
eyes,
but I doubt it.
I doubt it. Yeah, in my eyes, the only way this would work is if they like did the opposite. They just like, here's some money, go make some shit, and then move on. And then
Yeah.
They
that's
would
like the
never
only
take
way
a
I can
business
see this.
risk like that.
Yeah, no, they would never do anything like that because, like, you know, at the same time, though, they barely do anything in general. Like, they did the bare minimum when they make those fucking Minions movies, and, like, those movies make a shit ton of money. Like, didn't
They've
Minions,
gone
the
into
first one,
franchise
make, like,
at
$1
this point.
billion
They don't make
or
original
something
films
like that?
anymore.
Sorry?
They've gone into like franchise filming now. They don't even like make original films. Like before, they had like Despicable Me. That was their one big thing. But they were making like these other films, like Sing and like the Lorax and the Grinch and that. But now they're like branching out with like this Sing 2 and stuff. And
I want to see a crossover between the Lorax and and the Grinch.
Let me pull this up because I think they had some other franchise that I'm just blanking on the name of.
Secret Life of Pets.
Yes, that's it. That's the one. They made a second one of that as well.
Their Toy Story ripoff. Yeah. Remember when the first one starred uncontroversial, not sexual deviant Louis C.K. and then they replaced it with Patton Oswalt, and they just pretended nothing happened?
Yeah.
Good times.
I was forced to see The Secret Life of Pets 3 times in the cinema.
I there was a real possibility that I was forced. That was the only, because I was in Korea by the time, like, because my movie options in Korea were just either Suicide Squad, The Secret Life of Pets, and like this other shit, just bullshit movies. And like I was like, when is the Nice Guys gonna show up? I want to see the Nice Guys, but it's like it never showed up. I just had this shit, so you know.
You chose The Secret Life of Pets over Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I guess so. No, I chose the second. Choice. No, I chose the second Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie because I guess I.
That movie's kind of funny.
I guess so. Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Illumination. Did you know they're also making a Despicable Me 4? As if Minions 3 was 2. Which how many Minions movies have there been? 2. Yeah, right.
There's 5 in this Despicable Me franchise at this point.
Yeah, because there's 3 Despicable Me's and then 2 Minions movies, and they're making a 4th Despicable Me movie because I guess go fuck myself. So
they're making a Secret Life of Pets 3, I think.
Fucking course they are. Gotta conclude the trilogy. Yeah.
Too much.
You know, Kevin Hart plays like a white bunny in that. Can we get like The Rock or Ryan Reynolds
with the sass black attitude?
Yeah, because they're so
That's
great.
Like the one thing I remember from that film.
You know what they should do? Speaking of bunnies, make Hop 2. Like, just say fuck it. Let's make Hop 2.
That was very funny when they tried to make that one live action film,
and it was so bad. Even they realized that it's like we can't do this shit again. But R-rated Illumination. I don't know. Like, get Trey Parker to do something. Remember when Trey Parker played the bad guy in Despicable Me 3?
No. Yeah, poor guy.
Oh yeah.
Well, he did. Missed out on that, Luca.
Who is even
just have
the
like
the bad dude in Despicable Me 3? Like, I don't think I've even.
I'll look this up right now. I'm gonna.
I don't think I.
Oh, he plays. Trey Parker is the bad guy in Despicable Me 3. He plays this character named Balthazar Bratt. He's basically this like.
Remember the name?
This ex-80s like child star who like grew. He's basically like Despicable Me's version of Bobby Driscoll, where when he turned like when he became like a prepubescent teenager and like had a growth spurt and like had acne and like his voice like deepened, like he went insane and started becoming a villain, like but also thinking he was still this like 80s like child star or whatever. It's the dumbest shit ever. I remember this distinctly.
I can't believe Jordan Peele ripped off Balthazar Bratt for Stephen Young's character in Nope.
In Nope, yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe it, that hack. So, have you guys seen The Lorax or The Grinch?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
They were you guys a big fan of the Once-They're Tumblr shit? Like the whole like, oh my god, the Once-They're so hot or whatever? Were you guys a big part of that?
Nope.
Yes.
I didn't know anything about that until like a few years afterwards. Yeah, I think I was just too young at the time when it came out.
Remember when they turned an anti-capitalist story into the most capitalist marketed corporate thing ever?
Yeah,
I know.
That was
so
fun.
ironic.
Yeah.
Like this car producing fuel and like carbon monoxide is Lorax approved.
Product placement.
Get our IHOP themed Lorax pancakes. Yeah. You fucking hacks. Yeah.
Speaking of hacks.
Well, speaking of hacks.
I've got one
saw
more
the
thing.
new.
Oh, you got one more
okay,
thing?
never mind.
All right.
Did you guys?
That would have been a
about
great transition.
Did you guys want to talk about the GTA 6 leak?
No, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess
Okay, yeah,
so.
you guys.
Well,
I'm
okay,
not a
if
big
you're-
GTA person, but you guys can talk about it if you want to.
Oh, I mean, what is there to say? Someone hacked GTA's
Like,
Rockstar's base,
actually, I
and
do
now
have a
they're
question.
wanted on the FBI. Yeah, sure.
Was there like I saw like Donkey's like kind of meme video on it, but was there actually like footage of the game that was leaked, like proper
Yeah,
footage?
there was.
Okay.
There was, yeah.
There was footage
I saw the
circulating around
like
Twitter and Reddit.
Yeah, like I had to like dig deep into finding this footage because none of the YouTubers that were talking about it were showing the footage.
Yeah, which was
And
Oh, yeah, 'cause
unironically,
Take Two
it
are
looked
bastards. They'll copyright anything.
yeah. And unironically, it looks better than a finished Ubisoft game. Like that's how, like. And keep in mind, the cutscenes haven't been rendered. Like none of the like the models or like artistry work like has been finished yet. It still looks better than like most.
it's
Ubisoft
still more
games.
finished
Like,
than Cyberpunk.
It's still more finished than Far Cry 6 and all this other bullshit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was kind of. Do you know the guy who he's a British 17-year-old kid, and
Oh, he was
the
British.
one that and he was the one that hacked Uber as well.
Oh my god.
Like,
I heard
two-ish
about
weeks
this.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't he like on like an FBI watch list now or something?
Well, yeah, he's gotten arrested, and that's
Yeah.
17
Funny.
years.
Oh my god.
Him being 17-year-old might just be the one thing that saves him.
This might be the dumbest thing to get arrested for, like hacking Rockstar Studios. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
very funny.
hacking Uber, that's got to come with some pretty hefty charges, because apparently he got access to like, he became like God on the Uber system, basically.
What does that
Sent
mean?
like he got access to like everything. He was replying to like support tickets and just saying, "I hacked Uber, goodbye" and stuff, and he like
Oh my
rerouted
God.
internal. He sent like an email to like and added everyone in the company,
Bruh.
and no one believed him until he rerouted like internal company websites to porn sites.
Oh my
You
god.
think like if you
Yeah.
were this expert hacker, like can hack into Rockstar, hack into Uber, that you'd like be better at like I don't know the word, disclosing your location, like keeping it a secret, like
Yeah.
um
But
I
I mean,
don't
he probably thought he was just gonna like, he might get in a little bit of trouble, like not the FBI, like trying to track him down.
Or he probably had his head stuck up his own ass and was like, "I am a god.
Yeah.
Like no one can touch me." Yeah.
He tried to ransom the source code.
Yeah, but I've seen going back to the GTA thing. I've seen enough footage where it's like, I mean, obviously the game isn't finished, but this looks great. You know, like say what
Yeah.
you want about Rockstar, they always deliver in terms of quality. So
it may take
Yeah,
them
they made
like
some poor
a
business
decade,
decisions,
but
their
they
games
do.
are-
They
oof.
do it.
I mean, yeah, it'll take like a billion years. Yeah, but there was a time when Rockstar like was delivering like quality games at like a fast rate. Like there was that time period
Yeah.
when I was young where it's like, oh, bam, 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 bam. It's got like we got like GTA 4, we got Bully, we
LA
got
Noire,
Midnight Club, we got
yeah.
fucking table tennis, we got Red Dead Redemption, and all this.
Yeah,
and,
I think that was
LA
something in
Noire
the
and all this
Donkey
other
video
crap.
too, like mentioning
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved all those
And it was
games. Like I
because
played all those
they-
games when I was younger, and now it's like, okay, here's Red Dead Redemption 2. There you go.
Well, I love that game. It's so good.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, probably the best thing that they've made.
Red Dead 2?
Yeah, you can make a case for that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
like when they
because
take
they,
themselves. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's kind of funny that gamers complain that they're taking far too long to make any of their games when it's mostly because they're committed to like being like anti-crunch culture, so that's why it's
Yeah.
taken them so long, is because they're treating their employees like humans.
Well, that's because they were
gamers are
kind of
complaining
forced to do
while they're
that
also
because-
complaining about crunch culture themselves.
Well, because the media took a shit on them for like saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, like you can't treat your workers like slaves by like forcing them to work these long hours on Red Dead 2." Like, you know,
Yeah.
as much as I love the game, I'll never
They were
excuse
crunching
anything
to
like
get
that, so.
GTA 5 rendered.
Yeah, I think GTA 5 also had that too. So,
Mm.
yeah, Yeah, but because there's no crunch culture now, we have to wait until I'm at least 50 for a trailer for GTA 6 to come out. So
The Queen never lived to see GTA 6.
yeah, I'm honestly a bit like kind of excited in terms of like, I guess I could call it new direction, because this is the first GTA game without Dan Houser as a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically the voice of GTA. Like, a lot of what makes all those games great and all their iconic characters, like, is because of Dan Houser. I mean, like, I'm sure there are other writers there, but, like, we got to give him the credit for a lot of those things. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see where all of this goes, you know, like, without Dan Houser.
Also, one final detail: isn't it kind of funny that the FBI was the one who was helping to like track the hacker? Do you remember how the FBI was portrayed in GTA 5?
Oh, wait, I fucking remember. Yeah, that is funny.
Jules, you can't
That's
play
hilarious.
GTA. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're a fucking baby. Jules, I bet you're that type of guy who just plays GTA just so he could touch virtual titties in the strip clubs.
No, I barely play video games because fuck my parents. They've never let me have a video game system. I never had an Xbox, a PlayStation. Nothing.
You never even had a Nintendo to play Pokemon?
Nope. My brother has one though.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone played Pokemon, so... Luca, didn't you mention you were playing GTA 5? Did you not? I thought you said you were enjoying GTA 5.
Yeah, I was enjoying it, but I stopped now. It was like fun to do all those random missions and multiplayer, but besides that, like...
Oh, but no one gives a shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
No one gives a shit about.
GTA
everyone
5 is
hates
great
GTA
for
Online.
its single player, yeah.
I was having fun
I
in the
get that that's the
multiplayer, just
popular
blowing shit
thing.
up and fucking around. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You should play the previous GTA games if you haven't.
I've played Vice City on my PSP when I was younger.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the only one I've played.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
really?
It was old
Okay.
enough that
Yeah.
it came on my iPad.
And I've played the 2D one as well. Yeah.
Oh, like
Oh,
the
the
old
really,
GTA
really
1,
good
GTA
one.
2,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those
So.
are the-
I've never played those, yeah, because I'm not an ancient dinosaur, so...
Yeah, those are the only ones I've played.
I feel like you should at least do yourself a service and play the original 3D GTA games. I think you can just get them all on your phone. Like,
Yeah. Maybe.
Mobile games.
Yeah.
now.
Maybe.
yeah, San Andreas is probably the best one of the three. My personal favorite is 4. I like GTA 4 the best, but I don't know. That's just me. So I think it has the best story out of all the GTA games. So yeah, I'm a big Rockstar shill. I'll say anything for exclusive
Probably
access.
one of the best game studios out there.
Yeah.
Along
Speaking
with,
of
like,
shilling
Microsoft.
out,
Yep.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, we saw the new Robert Zemeckis Kino. Pinocchio. Wait, no, that's the other one. Never mind.
This is just Pinocchio.
Yeah, not based on a true story.
Probably the worst movie of this year so far, honestly.
Yep. I put it as the worst film I've seen this year.
Yeah, I guess you could make that. I still think The Bubble, directed by Judd Apatow, was worse
It's
than
either
this.
this,
Well, I didn't see that for good reason.
this or
That was-
they
yeah,
slash
that was
them
too much
is
even for me.
like one of the worst movies.
I still
so yeah.
haven't seen that. I want to watch
Don't
it. I
watch
still haven't
it.
seen it
Just
yet.
don't. If you've seen my
put it
video, you've
below.
seen the movie, but 10 times better.
It looks kind of hilarious. It looks kind of funny.
Alright. If you must.
I really want to see that. Have you guys seen that movie with Gina Carano about Joe Biden's son?
Nope.
Did you see the
What the
trailer? for
fuck
that? It
is
looked really
this?
good.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Oh, it's called My Son Hunter. Have a look it up. It looks very funny.
Is this one of those movies that like Ben Shapiro's like production company produced or something?
Yeah.
I
So after
figured as
being-
much. Yeah,
Fired from The Mandalorian, she went into right-wing content.
of course. That's what everyone does. Yeah, yeah. Because didn't she say that like being a Christian or being like a Republican is as hard as being a Jew in the Holocaust or something like that? It's like, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking about? Are you insane?
some kind of sour statements, like something along the lines of that. And she said it
Yeah.
twice, so she kind of pushed her luck.
Yeah. Now every time I see Deadpool, and I see the scene
Fast
where
and
her
Furious.
nipple, falls out, I'm like, damn, you're a bad person. So, yeah. Anyway, but let's not talk about that. I guess let's talk about this piece of shit.
Pinocchio.
It was bad.
What do we even
I
have
don't
to
know-
say?
I don't know what you want us to say. It's bad.
Yeah, it is terrible. It is. I could not believe how bad it was.
I could not believe how ugly the movie looked. Like,
It looks so bad.
what was the budget? Like $100 million? Like, how do you spend
$150
$100 million and it looks like that? It looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah. It really looked so.
Like-
It looks like
awful.
worse than a cutscene at like a Universal Studios ride.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a Universal Studios like movie that you'd watch before a ride, but that's
Yeah.
giving them too much credit. Yeah, everything was bad. Like, it's crazy how the only piece of CG that I felt was somewhat believable was the Keegan Michael Key Fox guy. Like, that was the only like CG where it's like, okay, this is like okay, this is kind of decent, but everything else was like so shitty. Like, Pinocchio himself is this like uncanny valley like puppet looking ass, and it's just awful. It's just
They 3D
bad.
cam scanned him from the 1940s.
The pile
movie
of
it
shit
seemed
that he
like.
looks at is the best CG object in the film.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
it just encapsulates the whole movie so perfectly.
Yeah, it was a perfect
It's
visual
the perfect
representation.
representation. Yeah.
In the words of Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park, that is one big pile of shit.
Yeah, there's now a new shit meme to use to put movies in.
Yeah.
I've always used that one from
Uh,
Jurassic Park for years and years, but now there's a new one. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, that's the one thing that you brought of quality to cinema,
Yeah.
and it's a new shit meme.
Yeah.
It will be
I
used in Lucasfilm's videos.
remember when there was a fairy at the beginning, and then she just disappeared and never appeared in the story again. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Doesn't she appear later in the film? Doesn't she do some singing or something?
I don't know. I would just like some like consequence or like some like stakes in terms of like a character being introduced and having it be like relevant to the plot, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is the fairy that important to the story, to the original?
I don't know. I've never seen the original Pinocchio, so
The thing is, there's a lot of different characters in the original Pinocchio. A lot of them make returns. That's why you see them in all these different Pinocchio movies, like the fox and the cats. And
you mean there was a talking horse voiced by Napoleon Dynamite in the original Napoleon?
No, Napoleon. I'm sure there was
Dynamite.
a horse in the original Napoleon. I think he was riding a horse.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant.
But yeah, and like a lot of I think this movie just brought back a lot of these characters from the original and just made them like a horrifying Lynchian CG nightmare versions of
100 times worse.
Yeah,
It's a surrealist
of the
nightmare.
original
It's actually
characters.
a surrealist nightmare.
If someone told me like Gaspar Noé or David Lynch directed this movie, I would have believed you because some of the CG itself was like terrifying. Like at a certain point, I expected Keegan Michael Key's like Fox to just go chaos at a certain point. It was horrifying.
Yeah, like that donkey
Yeah.
scene was fucking
Oh, that was
that
actually jump scared
was
me.
horrifying. That was
I was like surprised just purely because I didn't know what was going. Apparently, that happens in the original
It
movie
does,
too, which
yeah.
I didn't know. But like the way they executed was just
3D
so
realistic donkey from Shrek.
yeah, it's so ugly. Like I get that that's the point, I guess, kind of, but like the way they rendered the actual donkey, it's like fucking awful. Like Jesus, like
Yeah.
how am I supposed to get scared at this if like none of it
They
looks
look
real?
like YouTube green screens, like genuinely.
Yeah, it looks like we could have like rendered that better on YouTube, like using green screen
Yeah.
than like this movie. Tom Hanks was fucking awful in the movie, and I don't know why the fuck he was in this to begin with.
yeah. He swaps between like 6 different accents, like every scene.
And one of them is the one he uses in Elvis.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, basically. Like, I made this joke in your video, Luca, but I was like, is Tom Hanks, like, did someone, like, blackmail him, or, like, is he, like, taking a bet where it's like, what's the stupidest accent I can do, like, and how many can I do them? Like, he did this in Elvis, and he did this in this movie, too, where it's like, are you doing this on purpose? Like, are you trying to, like, sound stupid?
Yeah.
Like,
I think having COVID just really fucked him up.
I guess so. And him also becoming a Greek citizen, that must have fucked him up too, so.
What?
Oh, did he? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, fuck the Greeks.
Okay, calm down. Holy shit.
No,
Calm down.
I'm kidding. I forgot Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in the movie until, like, I started scrolling through my phone as Jiminy Cricket.
What does he say? Like, jumping, Jiminy. What's that? That sounds stupid shit.
Yeah.
Basically.
I've never understood, like, casting, like, just random popular voice actors, or actors to voice characters, unless they have, like,
'Cause they're
like
terrible.
a genuinely recognizable and like empowering and voice that fits. But a lot of these movies just like, they're like, oh yeah, this is a popular person, let's just get them to do the voice acting, and it's like, it's
That's the
shit
entire reason.
because like
That's that's how most animated major motion animated movies
that's
work. It's like, rather than
We talked
getting
about
actual
Illumination
talented
earlier.
people,
That's their whole shtick.
yeah, it's just,
yeah, like, rather than getting actual talented voice actors who trained, like, to be voice actors,
yeah, it's
you just get fucking celebrities who can't voice act for shit. Like,
It's just
they could
really
Steve
annoying.
Come on.
Carell, Trey Parker, Matthew McConaughey, Scarlett Johansson.
yeah, and it's like, if you can't even tell that's them, that's like,
Yeah,
why did you go out of your way to, like, get Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Like, just get a talented voice
yeah,
actor.
that's what I was trying to say.
Fucking
like,
hack.
They use these stars
And
to
why did-
market the movies, but then when they're in the movie, you can't even tell that it's them there. Either that, or you can tell that it's them, but they're just not giving a good performance at all, or like they don't even
If you
seem
told
like
me
they
that was
care.
Joseph
Like fucking
Gordon-Levitt, I
Tom
would not have
Hanks,
believed you.
like, yeah, it's just
Yeah, if you told me they just got a random guy for Jiminy Cricket, I would have believed you, because it did not sound like Joseph Gordon-Levitt at all.
yeah.
I really want
weird.
to see some like footage of him recording his lines in that voice.
I really want
If
him to,
anyone
like...
knows if anyone knows if that is out there, please inform me.
I mean,
Yeah. I really wanted him to use his Don John voice as Jiminy Cricket.
and even for this movie, I guess they wasted like all their budget on Tom Hanks, because I can't picture what Jason blah 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 even sounds like. Like, I don't know what he fucking sounds like. So like, why even use him if he like isn't really that recognizable at all? Like, oh yeah, this movie, it's got Tom Hanks, it's got Jason Jordan blah blah blah, yes. Like, let's cast this dude. Like, why? Why?
Because he was in a previous Robert Zemeckis movie. That's just what it is. It's just like all of his like buddies are in this movie. Like, Tom Hanks is also in it, and other people.
Just weird. Just dumb.
And then like
The kid
the
who-
literal last like 30 minutes of the movie just becomes Castaway, except shitty. So
Yeah, it just becomes a Castaway fever dream. Like,
I don't know.
and then
I don't
like it was
understand
had
this.
like a Forrest Gump vibe to it too. It was fucking bullshit. Sorry, Jules, keep just say your thing.
I don't understand why they had to get like a child to voice Pinocchio, like, because he was terrible. Like, he was fucking
He was awful. Like, he was bad.
Like Paddington, they got
I was thinking the same
to do
thing.
the- to do the voice, because they don't need it to be a child necessarily. They just have to have the voice coming out of the visual effects.
yeah,
They should have just got
understand.
Pauly Shore to voice Pinocchio in this one.
This
that
kid was born in 2008. Jesus.
yeah, and it's like, is
Wow,
this does this kid have any other credit? Like, there's child voice actors, there's child
He does
actors,
actually. He's
like that they could have gone
He was
if
in
they
The
wanted to make it a
Sandman.
child, but
There are plenty of talented
Oh, he was
child
in a-
voice actors in anime.
Oh,
Just
hell.
get one of those.
what a coincidence. He was in another Disney Plus, straight to Disney Plus movie.
what else was
I
he
guess
in?
he's just one of those actors. It's called Flora and Ulysses,
What?
which I've never heard of.
What is this?
All right.
I'll put
I
it in
guess
the
it's
chat.
just like a Disney kid that is unfortunately meeting their demise.
Oh,
Ah.
that sounds positive.
Superhero fantasy comedy drama film. What the fuck? I've never heard of this.
This looks
It's got
awful.
Ahmed from Community. Holy shit!
Oh shit, really?
I'm looking at the cast list. Yes, ugh, Jesus. Straight to Disney Plus.
Mm. Yeah, I just like how
Anyway,
we're doing
back to
our best to
Pinocchio.
avoid talking about Pinocchio
Yeah.
because this conversation about other things is more entertaining
We
than
spent
actually
like
talking.
we
that
spent
much
almost
else
half
to
an
say.
hour just talking about
It's just-
Illumination and GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was more. We had more to say about that than this because like what else is there to say? The CG was fucking dog shit. The acting was terrible. No one gave a fuck when making this. It seemed like everyone was just in on it for a paycheck. Like, and then this is the result of that. Just like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Just
So
awful. Just another one added to the stack of just awful Disney live action remakes that completely just scratch all the charm of the originals and just make dull, lifeless, corporate, just lack
know
of
that only
artistic
hope now.
films. They're all
yeah,
in the same vein as just awful. Like they will never not be
another
awful.
Disney
movies.
poopy.
They will never be good. Like yeah, no.
I mean, I don't know. Have you seen this Little Mermaid movie? It could be it.
The thing is, like,
Ew, whoa.
if there's one that theoretically should work, like no, not even the Little Mermaid would work. None of them.
No,
would
but
work.
that's the
None of
thing.
them
It's
would
like
work.
no one gives a shit about these movies being good. They just need to like just rammed with nostalgia bait so you can like trick
Yeah.
millennials
Yeah.
into seeing the movie so that they can like cry. It's like, oh
And
my
people-
god, it's my
People
childhood.
will complain.
Do you think
People will complain, but they'll still go to see it anyway.
You think like
which is why
Yeah,
Pinocchio
they're making
and
money.
like Little Mermaid and stuff would be popular enough to put into theaters, but I guess not. Like is that a sign to show
Disney
like
Plus
how
Day.
much they don't care? Like if they don't care, then why even make it? Obviously money, but like still
Money,
like,
yeah, like that's the only
yeah,
reason.
It's just frustrating. It's just annoying.
Yeah, they're bringing back Guy Ritchie to make a Hercules live action movie because I guess we have no fucking nothing is sacred anymore. So
I wonder if there's
Yeah,
like
because Aladdin was so good.
such a forgotten Disney movie that they just won't make a live action version of. Like maybe Princess and the Frog.
I said
Maybe
that- I
they
think they
won't make a
scrapped
Princess and the Frog
Hunchback of
live
Notre
action or
Dame.
something.
yeah, I mean it didn't do well box office
Yeah,
wise.
that
so
was kind of like
makes
the pushover to when they stopped making 2D animated movies.
2D animated.
Yeah.
But I'm glad with that because like now we can avoid like movies that I actually really don't want to see a live action version of. Like I don't want to see like a Treasure Planet or Atlantis the Lost Empire like live action movie. That would fucking suck. I would hate that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't want to see a Hunchback of Notre Dame live action movie, but that's probably going to happen.
Yeah, no, you
so.
won't. They scrapped that one.
They
Oh, they
scrapped
did?
it for
Okay.
now, Jules.
Yeah.
Didn't they say
That's
like they
true.
wanted Josh Gad to play like Quasimodo or some shit like that?
Yeah.
They scrapped it, I think, because they said it might be too dark for all those.
Yeah.
Oh,
it will be
yeah,
too
because
dark
the
they don't
original
know how to
movie-
light their films. The Little Mermaid trailer looks like a void of nothing.
like dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we in Game of Thrones Battle of Winterfell?
I really want them to make a live action Pocahontas movie and then like hire Terrence Malick to make the movie.
How will they show that scene where the villain accidentally hangs himself at the end of the film?
No, didn't that happen in Tarzan?
Yeah, that was Tarzan.
Am I thinking of Tarzan or Pocahontas?
Yeah, that's Tarzan.
Tarzan.
That's something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they have
Yeah,
said
the-
that. I think
the-
they are doing that one as well. So.
Oh
There's
god.
already some Tarzan live action movies though.
Oh yeah,
They're
directed
pretty
by
Yeah, we
funny.
had
guy
the
that does
Legend of
Harry Potter
Tarzan
movies did that
starring
one.
Alexander Skarsgård, bro.
And Christoph
Dude.
Waltz.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything more to say about Pinocchio. It was just awful.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 out of 10.
Piece
Let's
of
move on to
fuck
something
this
good.
movie.
Yeah.
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
I suppose it's good if you just want to get your kid to shut the fuck up for an hour on like Christmas or something.
This would be torture for kids. Like, I can't imagine a kid enjoying this movie.
This is like one of the movies that I could imagine like remembering, but like when I grow older, but like I don't remember the title of it, and it just like sticks in my mind forever. For how bad
I mean, it's pretty hard to
uncanny
forget the title. It's just
Pinocchio.
It's just Pinocchio.
Yeah. No, but I know what you mean, because, like, I remember when I was a kid, I saw Osmosis Jones when I was really young, but I never knew what the movie was called until I was much older. And then I was like, oh, that's what the movie was called, you know? So, yeah. It's a very strange day when Illumination makes a better piece of shit than Disney.
Yeah, it is a strange year like that. It's you know something's wrong when Pinocchio True Stories are better than this movie.
You know you've done fucked when a Minions movie is better than your fucking Pinocchio movie. Yeah.
I guess it's just the shit that Robert Eggers puts out these days. Like, when was the last time you enjoyed a Robert Zemeckis film?
I just feel bad for the guy, because, like, this is... Robert Zemeckis, when I was younger, used to be one of my favorite filmmakers. Like, Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Back to the Future,
I can see that movie.
Forrest Gump, Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just have what? Like, what the fuck has he been doing now? Like, remember when he made The Witches? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
That happened and went and gone. Remember when he made the creepy doll movie starring Steve Carell, Michael from The Office?
Oh, that the one he made about the guy who did the wire walk across the Twin Towers. That I remember that one being kind of cool.
I heard that was decent. Yeah, I heard Flight was also decent. I didn't see either, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen a single one of his movies besides Forrest Gump and Roger Rabbit.
You've never seen Back to the Future?
I've seen Back to the Future, but like when I was so much younger, like I don't remember anything about it.
Have you seen the Polar Express?
Nope, haven't seen the Polar Express.
Have you seen A Christmas Carol?
No.
Beowulf?
Nope.
This is just the end of his trilogy like these uncanny films, like
creepy animated movies.
Polar Express, Werewolf, and now Pinocchio.
I want us to do Back to the Future one day. Like, I really want us to talk about the trilogy at some point. It's
you know what? I guarantee this is gonna happen with all these sequels that are coming out like 30 years later now, because Hollywood's just run out of ideas. How long is it till we see Back to the Future 4? Yep, I don't. That is most certainly come up during some board meeting.
I'll give it this. It's been 40 years and still nothing of substance like that has happened. So, like, I mean, say what you will about Robert Zemeckis, but I was going to say he's not a corporate sellout, but he is. But, okay, he has some level of integrity to not even consider that. I'll say that. So, you know.
He's not going to do a Matrix Resurrections.
I hope not. God, that would be awful.
All right, so we also saw The Life Aquatic, which was the film I recommended.
Your recommendation.
Yes. My favorite
Steve Zissou.
Wes Anderson that isn't in animated movies.
I was gonna say, like, really, like, more than Fantastic Mr. Fox. Then you said that, and I was like, okay,
Mr. Fox is number 1, and then Life Aquatic is number 2. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love this movie
what's your
much,
Timmy?
It tells the story of this kind of dickhead, washed out, like, oceanographer, documentary filmmaker named Steve Zissou, and he's kind of like a Jacques Cousteau type person, like a corporate-esque ocean filmmaker, and he makes a film about this mysterious beast called the jaguar shark, but he never shows it in the film. And everyone is questioning if this beast is really real, and he goes on an expedition to try capture it on camera, and that's the film. Tons of fun, and it's a film that I really love for a number of reasons. I mean, in general, it's just a great film in filmmaking aspects, but it really personally connects with me because, number one, huge fan of Wes Anderson's style. I love all of his movies. But
Sure, yeah.
I'm also an ocean lover,
course.
and I'm a free diver as well. So this film manages to capture like the beauty of the ocean and just everything I love about like sea life and diving and all that mumbo
For
jumbo
real life
really
James
well.
Cameron.
And yeah, I love the film. What did you guys think?
I liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Good.
Also,
So
Luca, is it Zissou or Zissou?
okay, I made that mistake one time, and now I'm getting fresh shit for that. Yeah.
The Life Aquatic.
No,
with
I'm
Steve
genuinely asking. Is it
Zissou.
Zissou or Zissou?
Yeah, I
First one
enjoyed
is
it.
Zissou.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So this was like one of the handful of Wes Anderson movies that I had never seen before. Like this, Darjeeling Limited, and like a couple other that I'm not thinking of right now. And
same for me.
I was always under the impression that this was like the worst Wes Anderson movie.
It's weird because this is one that a lot of
And I-
people don't like. Like,
and I don't understand why, because
Yeah.
when after I saw the movie, I was like, it's just more Wes Anderson shit. It's like just Wes Anderson shipping on a boat.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, that sounds fun. Like, I don't get what people didn't like about the movie. I guess it's because, I don't know, my guess is that either like I have two point of contentions for this. Either one, like people were just sort of sick of Wes Anderson's like style, which I guess could make sense for why like the movie got like so like middle on the road reviews, or if maybe it's because like the movie got like surprisingly like serious and dour and kind of depressing, which
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me because his
It's
other
not
movies
kind of like
also
a fun
kind of
style.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't think his previous movies before this, like, I don't think Royal Tenenbaums or Rushmore were anywhere near as depressing as this one, but it's like, I don't know, but that's what makes it interesting. It's like, it has, like, that same Wes Anderson flair to it, but it's also kind of, like, surprisingly, like almost like sort of like a character study.
Yeah.
Because, like, you follow Bill Murray on like because like when we first like see him, he's like kind of this like depressed asshole who's like kind of a dick to everybody, and it's only when he like finds his sort of but not really like biological son Ned, played by Owen Wilson, where he just kind of like learns to like, you know, like, I don't know, come to terms with himself, like, you know, kind of like, you know, try to be this better person, and it's really interesting. Like, I was surprised how invested I was, like, story wise, like, in this movie. Like, I was surprised how like into it in terms of like the character work and stuff. And you know, but like even if you don't care about any of that, it still has like lots of Wes Anderson-y moments, like that scene where the pirates invade the boat.
Love it.
And then like and Bill Murray just like takes off his like his fucking like his eye what's it called
Eye patch.
fucking
Blindfold.
blindfold, yeah, and like he just like pulls out a gun and starts shooting people. Like, what the fuck? It was
Comes out of
hilarious.
nowhere.
Like, I loved shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it kind of went in a because I saw the premise. It was like, okay, Bill Murray tries to hunt down a shark that killed his best friend. I was like, okay, that sounds like a relatively simple premise, and then it kind of went in like I wasn't expecting it to go like in the places that it went, which was a very pleasant surprise.
yeah, you kind of forget about the shark. It's like, you know, by
It's
the
almost
time like
like
the last 20 minutes happens, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like they're here to like,
Yeah, it's like, oh,
hunt a,
oh, yeah,
a jaguar shark. Yeah. Oh yeah, a shark. I forgot. Yeah.
I had to look up if jaguar sharks were real things.
No. Beautiful looking creature
But
design and shark, by the way. Like,
Really
Yeah.
beautiful looking stop motion
Yeah.
animation just in general. Like when they
Well, yeah, it
incorporated
was made
stop
by
motion in the
Henry
film.
Selick.
yeah, Henry Selick did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Henry
Yeah,
Selick did
you didn't know
the
that?
stop motion. That's
Yep.
crazy. I did not know
Yeah,
that.
he did the animation.
And Noah Baumbach was a writer as well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that I knew that for sure, and I could see elements of Noah Baumbach's stuff because like a lot of Noah Baumbach's movies are very like dreary and depressing, like Marriage Story and Madagascar 3, obviously. And I could
Yeah,
see
Bryan
elements of that in
Cranston's
this
Tiger.
movie. Yeah, Bryan Cranston Tiger. Like I could see like elements of both like Wes Anderson's style like mixed with Noah Baumbach's like work. I think
a
it
good
was better
combination.
in Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I also think Noah Baumbach was a writer on that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could fact check that for you. Though.
Yeah, but it was like a beautiful mending of the two because like
Yeah,
the
he was.
points where it's got like super serious and it got like kind of like sort like Bill Murray just kind of sits around and goes like, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like I think like
Yeah,
I can't
I'm
believe
a fucking
like
asshole.
like I am the fucking worst. Like when he has like that fucking like thing where it's like, cross this line if you no longer want to sail with me anymore. And when people do, he's like, I can't believe you guys did
Yeah.
that. I thought you guys were my
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
So yeah.
Willem Dafoe is awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Willem Dafoe. I think he might be my favorite side character in the whole movie.
Awesome
There was that
character.
joke where he's like,
Klaus.
where Bill Murray's like, Ned, you and this guy come with me. And it's like, thanks a lot. Thanks for not picking me.
What does he say? Like, you're my best friend in my heart, though, or something like that.
Oh yeah, something like that. That was hilarious. Yeah, surprisingly funny movie. Like I was surprised how much I laughed at the film in terms of like the jokes, because there were a lot of like weird humor that's like I mean it's common to Wes Anderson, but it's like humor where it's like holy shit. It's like I was laughing my ass off. Like my favorite joke was the whole like Owen Wilson goes up to him and he's like, I'm gonna fight you, Steve, and then like Steve punches him and
my
it's like,
favorite joke as
never
well.
say I'm gonna fight you, Steve. You just stand there, act natural, and then sucker punch
Yeah.
him. Like that was hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's very funny. Yeah.
Good music as well. Like
There's a
the
pretty
music
funny,
in,
like-
the raid on the pirate base.
Like,
Lots of David Bowie songs. Like, did you guys notice
Yeah.
that? Like, lots of David
I
Bowie
did notice
songs.
that.
Yeah.
yeah. And the dude that like sang all the songs is awesome. The
Oh, he's
the
great,
guitar
yeah.
guy, love him.
The credits was literally just like him sitting on the chair
Yeah,
singing.
that shot,
was
like when
hilarious.
he's sitting, and then like you see like the pirate ships fade into the shot is so cool. There's a lot of like really fantastic cinematography, I think, in this movie. Which is weird because it feels a lot more rugged than like normal Wes Anderson films. It's still very symmetrical and it's still very Wes Anderson, but there's like a lot of like just memorable shots that I remember from this movie a lot. Like the one I posted in the chat, like when Bill Murray's standing on the harbor and like the aeroplane flies over him. Like I love that shot too. And
That
there's
was
a whole lot
cool,
of like
yeah.
cool one is like when they're on that island, like in that action sequence
When they're rescuing Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
that
love
was
that
awesome.
shit,
Like, I
like-
loved how coordinated and like how well shot that scene was.
and
yeah.
great production design as well. Like absolutely amazing set design, like and locations where they go. This was Wes Anderson's most expensive movie, and sadly, like I think one of the
It shows,
the only
yeah.
movies he's ever made a loss on, which is sad because I mean this movie where they made all these coral reefs and a big ginormous fucking boat to achieve like these shots was only made for $50 million, and then you look at Pinocchio, which has $100
$100
million.
million. That looks like shit.
And, it just shows like how much you're able to achieve if you really use your budget like to
Give a
its
shit.
full potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like fantastic production
You're a
design.
wise
like,
boy with money.
I love all the ocean
You could tell it's
stuff.
very expensive.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of the movies like on a boat, it's on an ocean, and like the worst case scenario of things would have been shot like fucking going overboard or something like that. Like that's like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But like it, like you said, like it got very creative with its camera work. I mean, like to be fair, this is like typical Wes Anderson-y shit.
I know, but
like,
still, yeah.
but it's still like well coordinated. Like I always like those shots where like they basically made like a 2D model of like the boat, and it's like this is the department where the science stuff
awesome.
happens, and
Like-
this is the department where the music stuff happens. It's like I mean that's like common in every Wes Anderson movie, but like I don't know, like I liked how it was incorporated in this.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shooting at sea like is already hard enough. Like Jaws had a nightmare production when they were shooting it at sea, but to do that in like a Wes Anderson style, like I can't imagine how much more difficult that must have been, and they pulled it off so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
I also love all the creatures, like I don't think there's like
Oh, the dolphins.
yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
there's any
the
real
dolphins with the
creatures in this
GoPros.
film besides like the orca and like all the real life animals like the
the orca
cats.
is real?
Yeah, the orca was real.
Nice.
That
okay,
shot of
yeah.
like Bill Murray feeding the fish to it. I don't know if Bill Murray actually did that, but I know that that orca wasn't CG.
I mean, it looked great. Like either
Yeah,
way, like
yeah.
you could have tricked me. Yeah. So
But yeah, all the sea creatures are like these like beautiful, like majestic, like there's a lovely like seahorse in the beginning and the dolphins look awesome and the jaguar shark looks awesome and yeah, it really captures that magical feeling that I personally love about the ocean and like just like the wonder of looking at all these magnificent creatures and stuff like that and yeah, it's a
I was
beautiful
gonna say
looking film.
James Cameron would have wet his pants when he saw this movie.
Yeah.
Nah, he's only interested in going to like the deep, dark parts of the ocean with his stupid submarines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked the relationship between Owen Wilson and Bill Murray. I was surprised how tender and how like emotional that relationship was because it's like, you know, like Bill Murray is this piece of shit. He's this massive dick, and yet it's clear that he's trying to have some sort of relationship with Owen Wilson's character because like throughout
That's
the
what he wants
movie
to have.
he has. Yeah, because throughout the movie he says like I never wanted to be a dad, like I hate dads or whatever, and like
Yeah, like,
Angelica
fuck kids and
Houston
stuff.
like yeah, and like Angelica Houston's character was like yeah he's always been like a blank shot, like he's basically like you know his God, what's the term without being gross, like he can't produce kids, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's infertile.
Yeah, and it's not entirely clear if Bill Murray is aware of this or if he actually believes like Owen Wilson is his son, but like that's not really the important like thing to think about because like what's important is that like here is this guy that is in Bill Murray's life and he sees as a way of like kind of rejuvenating his old self because and I think that's what makes like the ending really emotional because
Yeah.
like you know the same way how his best friend was taken away from him, like now he has this like sort of but not really son who was with him, but then he died due to the helicopter crash.
Yeah.
And then when he finally finds the jaguar shark, the whole reason he was even on this fucking trip to begin with, someone asks him
He
like, "Are
lets
you
it
gonna
live.
kill it?" He's like,
No.
"Nah, we don't even have dynamite anyway." So it's like he just learns to like let go. Like it's
Yeah.
like he can't hold on a grudge anymore because it's like not worth it, and it's like eating him up inside clearly.
Yeah, I actually teared
and I think
up.
that's like really well done.
I tear up in that scene
Oh, yeah, me
every
too,
time.
yeah.
Like in the submarine and all the characters
Yeah,
are
it is
together.
a beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
sequence.
honestly, like I love it so much, and yeah, this film is like really surprisingly emotional, and I think that's like the Wes Anderson stuff that I love the most. Like my two favorites
Yeah.
are Mr. Fox and this one, and I've always wondered why I love the Life Aquatic so much when everyone seems to dislike it, and I think it is just because like those seem like the most character study movies. Like I also love Rushmore as well. Like
Yeah, I also
the
love
ones where
Rushmore,
he
yeah.
tends to focus on characters more than just providing a spectacle of his style, like work a lot more for me, and this is certainly one of them. Like yeah.
I don't know about you guys,
the
but
best
like,
movies
sorry.
are ones that the best movies are ones that can make you laugh and can make you cry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know if you guys or I don't know, like aware of this, but like there was a point in time where like I don't know, like not to say that his movies are bad now, but it's like there's a point in time where it's like he did his best to like intermingle his like weird quirky comedy with like his drama, because I also remember stuff like Royal Tenenbaums like also getting pretty serious when it comes to these like
Yeah.
character moments. But it was like sometime after like I don't know, like sometime around Moonrise Kingdom where he like kind of forgone that and now is like, oh look, I'm quirky like Wes Anderson. I'm like look at all
Yeah.
these like symmetrical shots. It's
I
like
think his-
I don't know, like I kind of miss that old era of Wes Anderson where it's
Same.
like actual like characters matter too. Like because when I look at something like The French Dispatch, it's like it's good, but it's like there's no heart. Like I can imagine like sort of like a Life Aquatic version of like of this movie, where it's like you kind of see like Bill Murray's like sort of like tragic past, and how like he invested so much in this newspaper and like how it ate him up inside.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like quirky things happen, you know, and that's it.
Yeah,
So.
I still love those movies. Like,
Oh, me too. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like it's obvious that it's kind
They're
of
different
that's like
eras of
devoid.
yeah, if you like
Yeah.
the like more emotional and like character driven ones, I highly recommend Darjeeling Limited as well. That one's another
that's
one.
also, I haven't seen that
Yeah,
one.
that's
either,
that's also the major one I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
that's like another one that people don't really seem to like as much. But I think that era stretching between Fantastic Mr.
Moonrise
Fox. Oh no, sorry, Life
okay.
Aquatic, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Darjeeling Limited. Like that lineup. Yeah, that's definitely like one of my favorite eras of his filmmaking. He really shines, like truly.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
almost become sort of like Quentin Tarantino, where it's like his movies like at the beginning used to have like all these like different complicated parts, but now like Quentin Tarantino, he's just kind of been like, okay, this like they just want me to make like a Wes Anderson movie, so I'm gonna give them a Wes Anderson movie, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
his later
Which is
movies,
a great
but-
system to have. They just give him money to make his Wes Anderson. Studios give him money to make his Wes Anderson shit. And
Yeah.
he just doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, I still love
Yeah,
Isle of
that's where I
Dogs. I
want
still
to- yeah.
love Grand Budapest, but yeah, this era will still be my favorite of his movies, I think.
But I also think Noah Baumbach also had like a huge part in that as well, because it's
yeah,
like,
but I am
is-
realizing now that Noah Baumbach worked on both of these films, and they are both my favorite
Yeah.
ones. So yeah,
because I mean, obviously I was joking about the Madagascar 3 thing,
Yeah.
but like Noah Baumbach is like a very talented
Yeah,
writer, and you
Noah
can see
Baumbach
that
is awesome.
in this movie specifically, because it's like, you know, like again, like my favorite scenes were just like the quieter moments, like where Bill Murray and like Owen Wilson are just like kind of talking, or like, you know, there's this like weird sort of love triangle between like Bill
Yeah.
Murray and Owen Wilson and Kate Blanchett that I thought it was
Yeah.
hilarious. It's like, this is so dumb, but there's also sort of like a sense of like, I don't know, like drama to it too, because like Bill Murray has these like insecurities about himself. He's like, oh my god, like in like my last documentary or stuff like that. Like he's clearly insecure about himself. That's why he's like taking this love triangle to such ridiculous extents. Even though one, he's married, like he has a wife,
and he also
two,
wants to get
like,
his wife back, like towards the end.
yeah, he also wants to get his
Yeah.
wife back, and two, like he has no shot with like Kate Blanchett, because Kate Blanchett has said multiple times, "You're old. I don't want to be
Yeah.
with you." You know, so
Yeah, yeah. I love the dialogue in this film. Like Wes Anderson films always have like great reincorporations of funny dialogue, and this film like really does it. One of my personal favorite ones.
Kingsley Zissou.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was very insistent on calling Ned Kingsley.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, like there's a lot of great reincorporation, but one of my favorite ones is definitely the one where at the end, like where Jeff Goldblum is like, "Oh, but I'm part gay." Like there's, I really love like.
Technically, we all.
Yeah, I love that line
Yeah,
so
that's a
much
great
because
line.
like Wes Anderson knows. He knows. I believe like there's at least 5% gay in everyone, probably. Like
Oh,
even if you're
yeah.
like straight,
Yeah,
like
no
there
doubt.
has to be like. And I just love that little line, and I love that little like thought of mind, and yeah, even though there's a lot of
He's a very
slurs in this
philosophical
movie,
guy.
I don't really mind them that much, but definitely a more
Yeah, that was Hollywood. That was Hollywood back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like just kind of how things operated back in then.
yeah.
Like a liberal, like the very liberal use of the words, the R word and the C word and all this other stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's like,
F slur.
okay. Yeah.
Only person who can get away with it these days is Tarantino.
Yeah, because it's quote unquote satire.
Yeah. I mean, I think Wes Anderson still gets away with it. Like, there's an extremely funny line where, like, people say the F slur in Grand Budapest, and it's like the funniest moment of that film. Like, it is literally
Adrian
the
Brody
best.
calls him that.
Yeah, all of his movies are quite queer in ways, and I like it. I think it's fun.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
queer king.
Jules, did you have something to say? You were cut off for a bit.
No. No,
Oh, okay.
I think I've said all I need to say.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the part gay thing, because the joke that he says beforehand was hilarious. Like, I went back like to rewatch it. Like the whole like what was Jeff Goldblum's character's name again?
Hennessy.
No, what was his first name?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't know, something, whatever. The point is, it's like, Hennessy, I need to talk to your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Alone. Like, it's like, he didn't say, I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to your ex-wife. That was weird, but
Hennessy.
I found that funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Alistair Hennessy.
Alistair. Yeah, okay, that was it. Yeah. A lot of Fantastic Mr. Fox returns. Like, Michael Gambon was in this one as well.
Well, this is before Fantastic
the
Mr.
producer.
Fox. So
Oh, was it before?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was after. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah.
no, this is before. This is like kind of his introduction into stop motion in a way, because
That's true. Yeah.
there's a lot of cool stop
Yeah.
motion in this. Also, a lot of cool music, a lot of really vibey kind of music, and Wes Anderson really like the score in itself is cool, like that, like techno kind of boop 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 boop, like that stuff.
Yeah.
I love it, but Wes Anderson knows when to use a licensed song in a scene.
Oh, very
it-
well.
Yeah.
All of them work in this film like exponentially. I love it.
I whenever I watch one of his movies, I'm always shocked how similar Wes Anderson's taste in music is to mine, because I also like old classic rock and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And every time I see that type of music in his movies, I always forget. It's like, wow, like Wes Anderson and I have very similar tastes.
Yeah.
So, even then, like, I guess he can still get away with that by like having like the Portuguese singer just like sing like Portuguese
Yeah.
renditions of like David Bowie songs or whatever. 'Cause
Yeah.
at a certain point, I was like, wow, like, man, like Wes Anderson just really likes David Bowie. Like,
Yeah, a lot of
so,
Yeah.
a lot of David Bowie. This
Which is perfectly fine.
used
Yeah.
fuck, what's the song called? Is it Stardust?
yeah.
Use
I
that
mean,
song
a lot of,
way
like-
better in this movie than in Licorice Pizza.
Oh no, wait, no. The song you're talking about is shit. Fuck. Not Stardust. I know that for sure. And the night goes on.
Yeah, fuck. Say
Fuck.
Yeah.
What was that song
Life
called?
on Mars, that's it.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
uses
Yeah.
that song way better than in Licorice Pizza.
That okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. Every like major movie or show has been using that song, because like the Watchmen show on HBO also used the Life on Mars song for their
It's
trailers
a popular
and stuff.
song.
Like,
People love it. Yeah.
yeah, people
Wasn't
just
it
love
used in
David
The
Bowie.
Martian?
I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
I know there was that one David Bowie song that was used in The Martian.
Every movie just has a David Bowie
Yeah.
song now, and I couldn't have it any
Yeah.
other way. Even if it's like a biopic, they just have to include a David Bowie song.
Yeah. But
Damn, they
he
included
makes
David
awesome
Bowie
music,
song
well,
in
made
Moonage
awesome
Daydream.
music, so...
Yeah, he makes awesome music. I love David Bowie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ironic that
I can't wait
some
to
of the
I can't
only
wait
movies.
to see Moonage Daydream.
Yeah, one of these days I really want a Duncan Jones movie to have a David Bowie song. None of them do.
Does Duncan Jones still work?
Does he still work? Yeah, that's a good question.
He hasn't made like a film since the Warcraft movie.
No, he made Mute, that really terrible movie for
Oh.
Netflix. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Then he hasn't made anything since. He truly has become
Let's see
the
what
English
else we have.
version of Neil Blomkamp. They made like one good movie and like that's about it. So
Alright.
So he hasn't worked since 2018 with Mute.
yeah. I think I have a couple other things I wanted to say about
Yeah.
Life Aquatic, because I don't know, I love the movie, but I did have a like minor issues with the film.
Okay.
I think some of the accents got really annoying. Like the worst perpetrator of this was Owen Wilson. Like he was just not convincing as like this Southerner from Kentucky, because like every now and then he just slips back into old Wes Anderson talk or whatever, and it's like so obvious. I was like, why are you even from Kentucky? Like, just be Owen Wilson. Just be regular Owen Wilson. Like, Bill Murray's just regular Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand why they needed that, and it was so distracting. Like, I couldn't take it seriously.
Yeah. All right.
But then there are some other characters who were just...
I kept forgetting.
Oh, sorry.
I kept forgetting and remembering that he keeps doing that accent.
He kept I was like, oh shit, I have a character.
How consistent his voice was.
Yeah. And personally, I did not like Cate Blanchett in the film. I thought her character was kind of... I don't want to say unimportant, just like I just wasn't vibing with Cate Blanchett's character at all. I was like, I get what you're going for here.
Fair. All right.
I just wish like more was going on with
Kate.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me personally. And I would have liked more, you know, personally, like more growth or more like sort of character development. Like they throw all these side characters, and I get that's not what the movie's going for. And to be fair, that's not what most Wes Anderson movies are going for. But like, there's a lot of these crew members, and like they have their own quirks and stuff, obviously. But like, I don't know. I would like to learn more about them, just kind of like why they give a shit, like why they're on here, why they like Bill Murray so much, that sort of thing. Like you kind of get that with Willem Dafoe's character.
Yeah,
that's about it. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I loved Willem Dafoe. He's hilarious.
Jules, did you get what I mean when you said he doesn't look like he doesn't look like the character he is in that iconic image of him? Like,
he
he acts
like
very different,
like a hipster bro in that one image.
Yeah.
And then in this movie,
you were right. It was so much better than I could have.
Yeah, right.
I could have imagined.
If you've only seen the image of Willem Dafoe in like the Life Aquatic uniform and you haven't seen this movie, he acts better and so unexpected compared to that image. It's great.
I liked that little moment where Willem Dafoe slaps Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
And Owen Wilson's like, what the hell? And he's like, just because your son doesn't mean anything. And he's like, Owen Wilson's like, I'm gonna get you for that. And then like 30 minutes later, like Owen Wilson's like, hey, like Klaus, I need you to come here. He's like, what? And then he slaps Willem Dafoe. It's like, I got you, bro. Like that was hilarious. Yeah. A lot of jokes that are like surprisingly paid off.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was saying. The reincorporation, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Runs deep.
Like. Mm-hmm. And when the serious moments when it needed to get serious, it was really serious. Like,
really engaging action sequences. Like,
yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, like even like the stuff on the island and the pirate stuff was obviously very cool. But even like that sequence where they're like stealing like Hennessy's supplies is like really fun. Like I love it a lot.
Yeah.
Like.
And I was surprised how it was shot too, because I was expecting some like bullshit like Wes Anderson approach to it, like how like that gunfight in like the French Dispatch, where it's like one shot of like the dudes firing their guns like from the top, and the other guys firing their guns on the other side. Or I was expecting something like that, or something like in Grand Budapest, where it's like Adrian Brody just pulls out a gun and starts shooting.
And everyone starts
but in
shooting.
This one, it was like an actual attempt at an action scene. It made me go like, wow, like he actually like tried to like film it in a different way. It's like it made me think like one of these days I want Wes Anderson to make like, I don't know, like a John Wick movie or something, or a Bourne film, just so I can see what that looks like.
I don't think that will happen, but
I know it's not, but I want it to happen. I just want to see what that looks like.
I would love to see Keanu Reeves in a Wes Anderson film. Like,
no.
He would be perfect for a Wes Anderson movie. Because basically how everyone acts is like very deadpan and like sort of like emotionless. Like Keanu would be perfect for something like that.
It works though. It's weird. Like I don't know how he does it. Because in any other movie, like I'd be like, wow, they are not trying. They are just fucking being like super emotionless. But in Wes Anderson movies, it just works. Like he manages to draw that charisma, but still like keep it in this monotone style. It's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's why like Bill Murray is like a perfect choice for Wes Anderson movies, because like he nails that like
every Wes Anderson film.
No, he hasn't been
except
in
Bottle Rocket.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the only
sad
one
he was taken out of the new one.
Else.
Apparently, he did some inappropriate stuff. So I mean, yeah, sure, I guess
Oh, that's the reason why. I thought it was because of scheduling.
Oh, was it because COVID? I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
thought it was
whole
because
bunch
of
of
that,
different fucking stories, but
Yeah, that was another movie. That was a whole different.
oh, was that something?
Yeah,
else?
like the
Okay.
what you're talking about is like something else. It's I think it's like Aziz Ansari's like directorial debut or something like that. Yeah, he was just taken out of.
Yeah, didn't he pull Keke Palmer's hair or something, and she got kind of pissed about it?
Is that what happened?
I don't know,
that.
but
something like that.
But
I don't know.
Don't quote me on it. I don't know if he's an asshole or anything, but he works in Wes Anderson movies, so it's kind of disappointing that he is out of this new one now.
Yeah, I heard that was because he got COVID before he could shoot his scenes. So.
Yeah, I thought it was because of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
well, yeah, maybe I definitely confused it, but still, yeah.
They got Tom Hanks, so.
Yay! After Pinocchio, I don't think I want to see Tom Hanks ever again.
Will
what
he do the
goofy accent
again?
is he gonna do again? Yeah. Yeah.
He'll do the Texan accent that Owen Wilson tries to do.
Oh God, I hope not.
I mean, hey, if Wes Anderson can make Bruce Willis work in Moonrise Kingdom, then he can probably make anyone work.
Yeah, but like Bruce Willis's like lack of giving a shit works for something like that. Like it works for a Wes Anderson movie.
It works for his character in Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah, it doesn't work for something like
which is
Glass
the best Wes
or something.
Anderson.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, but
it works for like a Wes Anderson thing. So anyway, I'm surprised, Luca. Did you want to like gush about this? Because like you clearly love this movie, so I'm just waiting for you like gush about it.
Should I go? Yeah. I think I squeezed in everything I wanted to say. I just, I just love it. It really works for me on many levels, which all of you guys already mentioned. I don't want to keep everyone here too much longer, but yeah. I'm
happy to keep talking about the movie.
I talked about all the diving stuff. I talked about the ocean stuff. I will say, as someone that like was really into like Animal Planet and like going to aquariums and like joining like ocean societies and stuff, this film nails that shit. It is a very funny kind of parody like version on like Jacques Cousteau and like his crew. I know at the end of the movie there's like a little like memoriam for Jacques Cousteau, but this film is also definitely like parodying and poking fun of like some of the shitty things he did, like the line about the dynamite, like blowing up the shark with dynamite, like that is definitely poking fun at when like Jacques Cousteau like blew up sharks or like killed like sea creatures and shit like on his movie.
Yeah, I didn't know about
A Silent World, I think it's called. He made a documentary called A Silent World, which this film is kind of a parody on. I was thinking of recommending both, but I was like, nah, let me just do this one. But yeah, it's just I just love this movie. I don't know. I've said everything I love about it, but it really connects with me in many ways. The characters are all awesome and fun, and even like something I mentioned in the last episode, but locations are beautiful. I want to go to like those goddamn Italian Rivieras and shit. And
they made Italy look beautiful.
Yeah.
Because Italy wasn't beautiful before.
I mean, not saying that Italy isn't beautiful.
Yeah, fuck
Great
Italy.
character study, awesome movie. 10 out of 10 for me. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's an 8 out of 10 for me. I really liked it, but I don't think I've fallen quite in love with it, quite like you have, Luca. So, yeah.
Not
yet.
That sounds like a threat.
We'll see how it is for me.
Yeah. And I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10, too. Yeah. I had, like, some minor flaws with the movie. Obviously not enough to like ruin my experience or anything like that, but I was surprised how into this I was. Like all I've heard is just negative things about the movie, and I was like, this is good. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about.
This film is very rewatchable for me, especially with all those reincorporated jokes.
I would say so.
And like awesome, just watching all the awesome production design and action sequences. But I think this is like the fourth time I watched it this year, so I think four times in a year is maybe just a bit too much. But
that is noobish shit. I watch Lord of the Rings once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I still love this
That's not a
movie.
joke.
Yeah, even some of my favorite movies, it's like I can only see them once a year. Like I can only watch Spirited Away like once, maybe twice per year. Like that's about it.
Maybe not 4 times this year, maybe 3. But yeah, if you love the ocean,
Yeah.
definitely watch this movie. It
Yeah.
really excels.
I was gonna say,
at-
like, this is very rewatchable. Like,
Yeah.
it could be possible I could bump this up to a 9,
Good.
but I don't know. As for now, like,
I'll
yeah,
see how
it's
it
an
ages
8.
for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. See how it ages, but for now,
I'll
I think an 8 is
definitely
good.
revisit it sometime in the future.
Yeah. Hell
Yeah. So
Okay.
now I just gotta watch Darjeeling now because that's like one of the
Yeah.
few I still
Yeah,
haven't seen.
Darjeeling's
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
If you like this one, you'll probably like Darjeeling too, because those are the two that people don't often seem to love as much, but they're great. They're awesome.
yeah, I think just the moral of the story is people are stupid and I shouldn't listen to them and just come with my
Ooh,
own
I could give
opinions.
a
And
mild spoiler for Darjeeling. Now that I'm thinking
I would
about
rather
it,
you not.
Sure.
Darjeeling
rather you
is
not.
actually probably Wes Anderson's first use of stop motion. There's an animal in Darjeeling that looks really awesome in one shot, and that's all I'll say.
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
Okay,
Darjeeling is 2007. What am I saying? This is 2004. Never mind. This was probably
Is
his
it
first
after
use.
Fantastic Mr. Fox or was it
Before Fantastic.
Before.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Because Fantastic Mr. Fox was
2000.
2009,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Darjeeling was 2007.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah, just wanted to make that clear.
But that's Life Aquatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome
Yeah,
movie.
that's Life Aquatic
That's
of
Wes Anderson's Life
Steve
Aquatic.
Zissou.
Which means it's
Zissou.
Yeah.
Zissou.
Steve Risotto.
All right.
Yeah.
I have some
Question
questions.
time?
I mean, since we're on the topic of Life Aquatic, I chose a question for us, or for you two.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes.
What is
Okay.
your favorite sea creature and why, if you have one?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, you go first, Luca, because I think you're the expert on this.
Well,
Yeah,
the
like,
thing
you
is-
seem
the
like you
thing
give a
is,
shit most
I,
out of this.
I asked it for you guys because I couldn't choose because I love
okay.
all
Yeah.
ocean creatures and critters.
I don't know. I'm not like an oceanographer. I'm not like a.
I know,
huge, like,
I was just
like,
doing it
ocean
for
head,
fun,
so I have
like-
to like think of that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll list a few. I'll list a
Megalodon's
few
pretty
epic
cool.
ones. Okay, seahorses, awesome. Octopuses, awesome.
Okay.
Stingrays, awesome. Dolphins, I love. They're kind of generic, but dolphins, lovely. And then there's honestly there's a whole bunch of really interesting like underwater creatures like in the deep darks. I think there's a Twitter account that like just posts images of like these really fascinating creatures, but there's some stuff that like you've probably never seen before in your life that they discover like under the ocean. It's really like crazy. There's like luminescent, like see-through like fish that you can see their organs and stuff, and like giant spider crabs and whole bunches of like alien type looking stuff, like transformative squids and that. I don't know how to describe it, but like, you know the plants from Avatar, like those circular like orange plants, and then like
The ones that they fuck with their hair with.
no,
Yeah.
not those ones. The plants where like they like shrink when you like go near them, like those. Fuck, I don't know how to describe it. If you rewatch Avatar, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's like creatures that look like these alien plants and life forms. But yeah, I love all sea creatures. So that's why I kind of asked you guys.
Yeah.
Starfish are cool. Sharks, cool, but you know, generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess octopi are pretty cool too.
Yeah, octopi.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Does South Africa have dugongs, Luca?
Dugongs. Oh,
The Pokemon?
Do you know what a dugong is, Timmy?
No, I just know that's a
Oh, that's the picture of
Pokemon.
one of them.
It is the same
No, they're like
spelling,
a-
but dugong. The Pokemon dugong is pretty much exactly what it is in real life to me. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like an actual like seal
Yeah, it's
type
like a
of thing?
seal
Wow,
kind of thing.
holy
They
shit.
made Pokemon into a real thing.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like a...
Once again,
They're like a
Pokemon
kind of, like,
teaching me real life
slow-
skills.
Yeah,
They're
like
a kind of
manatees
slow
is another
moving,
name.
kind of
I
faddish
think.
whale.
I don't think we
okay,
have
yeah.
those here. No, Jules.
Yeah, we got them. We get them in Australia, and sometimes they, You have to be careful when you're taking your fishing boat out, though, otherwise you'll hit a dugong or something.
Okay, Timmy, then let me ask you this. Do you have a favorite water type Pokemon?
Oh,
That's the only way you can get
that's an
an
even
answer,
harder
Timmy.
question than the
Mine's-
fucking. That's a no joke. That's a harder question than the fucking sea creature thing. Because here's the thing, with the exception to 2 games, I always pick water as my starter.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the only times I did not pick water as my starter is Fire Red and Leaf Green and Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum.
Alright.
Those are the only times I did not pick water. The other times I have picked water, and it's really difficult to choose between them. Because, honest to God, a lot of the water types that you get in the wild are fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, they suck.
Yeah, they
Like-
aren't the best. Unless
Yeah,
you
it's
feel
like,
like
you know-
evolving your fucking Magikarp, which is like...
And I'd rather not, but even then, it's like... Gyarados himself doesn't learn any water type moves. He's like, what, learns Aqua Tail? That's about it. But he doesn't learn that until like what, like around his 30s. Like I'm not gonna wait that
That's
long.
millennials
So,
talking about.
no, actually, that's not true. Instead of catching like a fucking Tentacruel or some shit in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I just like get an Eevee and evolve it to Vaporeon
Okay.
because I love Vaporeon. That's
Vaporeon's
awesome.
awesome.
So yeah, I guess that's my favorite. Well, no, because I also love a lot of the water starters. I love Feraligatr. I love
Mudkip.
Swampert. Yeah, Mudkip, whatever. Yeah, I love Greninja, you know, so.
okay.
And that's the last Pokemon game I've played. I haven't played anyone since, so.
I love Lapras.
I'll pretend I know what you're talking about.
Lapras is awesome.
Oh, have you've really never played a single Pokemon game? You've never even seen the anime?
I played Pokemon Go for like a week. But yeah, no, I played Pokemon Go.
So you just have no clue what the fuck we're talking
All
about.
right.
I know a few Pokemon. I can.
Yeah, but Lapras is a good one.
Lapras
Yeah,
is awesome.
Lapras is also
I love
good.
Lapras. Okay, next question. This question comes from Marvin. And
My boy.
I wanted to the question asks, who is your favorite dictator? And I thought he meant to
okay.
say favorite director, but no, he genuinely
He messed up
he
favorite.
genuinely meant
Okay, let me
who
pull
is
up
your
my-
favorite
let me pull up my
dictator.
dictator ranking.
So yeah.
How
That's
are
like
we
some shit that my
defining
friends would
dictators?
ask.
Like, do absolute monarchs count as
Yes,
dictators?
yes, sure.
Okay, thank God, because I was like, I don't want to look into like 20th century dictators because
What
those
are
guys
the-
are
what are the-
legitimate like pieces of shit. One of those.
One of the things that goes up when you search dictators ranked is dictators ranked by death toll. That's like one of the autofill.
That's awful.
This was just a silly question. We don't have to go on it. For
No,
long.
I can take this seriously.
I
I
can't.
take every question
I
seriously, no
can't.
matter how shitty they are. Yeah.
My favorite dictator is the one
I
from
mean-
that awful movie.
The Great Dictator.
Sacha and Baron Cohen movie.
Oh, the dictator.
Ah,
Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie had like 2 funny jokes, and the rest wasn't funny. It was
Yeah.
piece
Well,
of
wouldn't
shit.
yours
Yeah.
be Kim Jong Un, Timmy? Like,
That has
That'd
nothing
probably
to
be
do with
mine.
that. Yeah.
You are Kimmy from Kim Jong Un Productions.
Yeah, Kimmy from Kim
Yeah,
Jong
there
Un.
you go.
Yeah. No,
Shout out
I
to
was
Grandma.
gonna say the only I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys seen The Dictator, but the only funny joke in that, besides like one other thing that was funny, was the whole HIV Aladdin thing. Like I still giggle at that joke.
I actually
rest of
haven't
the
seen
movies
that
are
movie.
I may have seen that. I don't remember.
You've never seen The Dictator?
No, I was joking
Okay.
when I said like.
I don't know if I've actually seen it or not.
But you've never at least seen like the HIV Aladdin clip. It's like, do you want the Aladdin news
I
or
think
the
so.
Aladdin news? Yeah.
Nope.
You are HIV Aladdin. No.
Oh, I think
Okay.
I've maybe
I'll
seen
send you
that
the
in
clip.
like a
Yeah.
fucking YMS video, but I haven't like seen. I don't know the context or anything.
That's like one of the 2 funny jokes in the movie, so like don't worry about it. So
Alright.
you've seen the whole movie. Say what you will about France, they make great dictators.
It's true.
Yep.
You know,
It's true.
Is
Yeah,
Napoleon
like-
a dictator?
Napoleon is like legitimately fascinating.
Napoleon's a pretty good choice.
'Cause
Napoleon, yeah.
Yeah, because I actually during the pandemic, I just for whatever reason decided to read this massive biography about Napoleon, and he's like a fascinating dude. He's like like he has this like massive ego to himself. Like he always like tells himself like, oh yeah, I have like this ambition for great things, because like he achieved a lot before he reached 30. Like he became emperor of France by like 32. Like who the fuck does that by like 32? Like he becomes like a brigadier general by the time he's like,
I could do
by
that.
the time I graduated college, he became a brigadier general, leading like his own French battalion. Like, yeah, now it's time for you to move out of your mom's basement, because this guy accomplished so much when he was young. And he like made some like genuine reforms.
By like age rates in those times where like you wouldn't live to like.
You barely live to 40.
50 maybe.
Oh yeah,
so,
I guess that's true. Yeah, because we didn't have like penicillin or any of that crap. Yeah, so one of these days, because I want to go visit Paris at some point. I want to go to Versailles because I want to I want to like tell Louis XIV to go fuck himself because he's like the Sun King or whatever. I don't know if we're counting authoritarian.
Yeah, that's an actual reason to go visit Paris.
Yeah, to tell Louis XIV's ghost to go fuck himself. Yeah.
All right.
Piss on
maybe
his grave.
Does Marie Antoinette count as a dictator? Authorities. Wait, no, I don't think so.
Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, yeah. Stalin, I heard he was a pretty chill dude.
Stalin's a fucking cunt.
Dictators that are
the Kim dynasty.
Dynasty.
I'm trying to think if there's any like movie dictators, like dictators from movies that are like pretty cool.
Adnoid Hinkle.
I don't know. Every movie about the Vietnam War, everyone tells me Ho Chi Minh is a terrible piece of shit, but it's like, I don't know. He could be a good guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we can move on.
Jules, did you have an answer to this question?
Yeah.
I said the Kim dynasty.
Oh,
I don't actually have a favorite one.
North Korea. I'm fascinated with that country.
That's like saying like, what's your favorite like torture method? Like, I don't know.
That
what the fuck do you want me to say? Yeah.
But not for today.
Not for today.
That could be in one of the Halloween episodes.
I'll talk about North Korea some other time.
Yeah. No, yeah. Real answer, like dictators are fucking awful, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they seem to be back in fashion.
Dictators
these days,
are overrated. Democracy is kind of better. I know that's a controversial take. What's the question?
Okay. If you were directing a movie, what would your dream cast be, and what genre would it be? So I think we've already answered
didn't we
a
answer
question
something
kind
like
of
this?
similar to this. But I guess we didn't really talk about what genre and what cast we would kind of do. So I guess if you were directing a movie, what kind of actors would you want in your movie?
Tommy Wiseau, Sam Rowvich, the cast of
Kevin Sorbo.
I tried thinking, and I just couldn't think of like which actors I'd want in my movies, because
the cast of Sharknado and the cast of Birdemic.
Robert Downey Jr.
Phoenix, yeah.
Like unironically,
what would you want to do? Make Robert Downey Jr. do?
I don't know, because like I feel like everyone who wants to be a filmmaker is like, oh, I want to direct an action film or a horror film. But I want to do everything. Like I want to direct like an action film, a horror film, a musical film, a stop motion film.
You should do it all. Yeah. Why do you have to limit yourself to one thing?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd take like a super generic actor,
quirky comedies and gritty dramas,
and just try and make them do like be in the most like surreal, fucked up horror movie like possible.
Like Keanu Reeves in Knock Knock.
Like what if I put like Meryl Streep in like Suspiria 2018, like or some shit like that. Yeah.
I've always wondered if like what if you got like one of the Stranger Things kids who's like not who has
no actor, career after
and,
this,
like put him in like Call Me by Your Name or something.
Like
yeah. What if I put like what's that kid's name? Noah Schnapp. What if I just put him in Call?
What if I put the actor of
like movie?
What if I put the actor of Dustin in like a Gaspar Noé film? Like what the fuck would that look like? Or like the kid who plays Steve Harrington, I put him in like a Lars von Trier type movie or something like that. What would that look like? Yeah, I don't know. I would want to call me a meme. Call me, of course, I would say this, but I would want to make an anime film. Yeah.
I think last time I said I would want to make Final Destination 6, so I still want to do that.
Well, then you
it's
can make
Final
fun of
Destination
Destination
7 now. Sorry.
I still want to make Venom 3, and I was being serious about that. Yeah, so Sony, give me money. I will make hilarious things happen.
Yeah, what movie franchises would you guys like to direct and install?
Venom.
Well, me and
Yeah,
Timmy
we just said, yeah,
like,
Final
it's-
Destination and Venom.
What would
Yeah.
you? What would you like to do?
Venom.
Jules? What would you like to do?
It's kind of might be a strange, kind of silly answer, but I've always wanted to do like a Godzilla monster movie.
That's not silly at
Yeah,
all. Yeah,
that's
Something
totally.
along
Yeah,
those lines.
and like the bar is so low. It's like, you know, you could just literally just
Yeah.
fart one out. It'll probably be better than like half of them. So
Oh, actually, no. Actually, a Batman film. I've always wanted to.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
Batman
yeah.
so much, and I've always
yeah?
wanted to make a
it
Batman
seems like
film.
every like filmmaker's like
Have you are you like into the comics and stuff?
Sorry.
Okay.
yeah, that seems like every like filmmaker's
Wait, I
like
didn't hear
wet
what you
dream,
said.
where it's like even if they like hate comic book movies, they're like, but Batman's cool. Like I could make a Batman
Yeah.
movie, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of superheroes,
I mean, I'd be open to direct like a
Yeah,
comic book
nothing
movie,
wrong with that.
Like, if I could find like a
Yeah.
fresh angle for it.
I don't think I could. I just don't know what I would do. I don't know.
I just
anything
don't want to be
about
part of
any
that
comic.
corporate machine.
there is
no,
one
just
comic
be
book
like,
character I
let me
would
do my
love
own
to make a
thing.
movie about, and that's Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is like legitimately not just my favorite superhero, but like probably one of my favorite like characters in fiction and pop culture in general. Because like he's just so relatable.
Yeah.
It's just like he's got like so much going on like as a character. It's like I want to like he is the only superhero where I'm not mad there are more movies about him. Because I want to see more movies. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're making like 2 Spider-Verse sequels.
I feel like I probably couldn't bring like a fresh.
Yeah,
enough
I guess so.
angle
I
to
couldn't
that.
bring a. Well, my dream is for Sam Raimi to make a pure like Evil Dead Spider-Man crossover where like Spider-Man and Ash like team up to like fight the Deadites or whatever. I'm waiting for that to happen. So, I don't know. I would say a fresh new angle for Spider-Man. I don't know. Make a Miles Morales movie or something. I don't know.
Spider-Man Lotus.
Spider-Man Lotus, but not get racist.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The racism angle.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
Do you remember when Letterboxd changed the synopsis of Spider-Man Lotus to say that he learns to be a true racist?
is that for real?
I could not. I thought that was fake when I saw screen. Yeah, and then they took the whole
Oh my
movie down off
God.
Letterboxd. Props to the Letterboxd team for having
Yeah.
balls to do.
Letterboxd doesn't have the balls to do anything like that. They have no sense of humor. Like, dude, like, get a sense of humor and like.
I think they have a decent sense of humor. Their Twitter account is like cringe, but it's funny sometimes.
I guess.
Like,
Did you see that photo they tweeted out of that one actress the other day? Where they were like, "Happy birthday to this one actress," and it was like a really sexualized photo of like.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw that.
Rachel
Yeah,
said
Rachel
it.
said it.
Rachel
Did they
said
do
it.
that on
Stopping-
purpose?
yeah,
I was
that
like,
was-
did they do that intentionally? I still need to see Shiva Baby. I still haven't seen it yet. So
what? No, you gotta watch Shiva Baby.
yeah, I know. I gotta. Yeah. So. Anyway, is that all? Is that all for questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all. I'll save that other question for, whoever will save it for
Cool.
a theme.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess back to me now. It's my turn to recommend something.
Oh yes, it's your recommendation.
Yeah, what do you
I
got?
forgot.
What do you got for us?
I'm excited
Is
now
it a horror
again.
movie?
I was so excited, and then I forgot about it, and now
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say,
excited
like,
again.
don't skip me, you fucking assholes. Like, Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, this for the next couple of recommendations, until it's back to me again, we're gonna do some horror Halloween themed movies. So for the next couple of recommendations, we're all gonna recommend horror movies.
Yes.
For Halloween. I think I have like a general idea of what Luca will recommend, but I have no idea what Jules is going to recommend, and that's what I'm excited more than anything.
Be scared.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I guess I'll give my recommendation. So originally I was going to recommend an anime film, but then Luca ruined my dreams by telling me, "Hey, can you start the horror thing?" And I was like, "Fuck."
I mean, you could have recommended a horror.
No,
Is there any horror anime?
Well, it's funny you mention that because I'm gonna do that.
Oh.
So
What is it called?
so yeah, my recommendation for next week or next episode. Fuck, I don't know when we're gonna do this. Is Perfect Blue.
Perfect.
Satoshi Kon. Yeah. So it's
Alright.
the thing is though is that like horror is not a particularly favorable genre in anime, so I didn't have much to go off from to begin with, and I wanted to save Perfect Blue for a later time because I wanted to like because my dream was to like do a double feature with this and Millennium Actress. Like I wanted to do both, but now that we're into horror stuff, and I was like, well, I guess I could just do this now, and we can talk about Millennium Actress at some other point in the podcast. But yeah, that's my recommendation.
Alrighty.
I want us to talk about Perfect Blue. It's not only one of my favorite horror films. It's not only one of my favorite anime films. It's like legitimately one of my favorite movies ever. Like I could watch it 100 times and like get something new out of it. So, Luca, I know you've seen this, but I don't.
Yeah, I've
think
not
if,
seen
I don't
this.
know, Jules, if you've seen. Perfect
I haven't
Blue.
seen it.
You've never seen Perfect
No.
Blue? Okay, you're in for
I
a
haven't seen
shock.
this one in a while, honestly.
When was the last time you saw Perfect Blue?
2-3 years ago?
Ah, okay. So it'll almost be like a new, fresh experience for you.
I remember a lot of... Actually, no. It's weird because, like, Perfect Blue and Akira I watched, like, at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like, a few years ago. And they've kind of blended together in my memory.
Really?
Like... Yeah, like, I remember, like, the creepy kids. Like, I thought they were a part of Perfect Blue, but then they were actually a part of Akira.
Yeah, no, that's Akira.
And, like,
The geezer-
and
the
then,
geezer
like,
babies,
The stalker
yeah.
dude... And the stalker dude, I was like, wait, is this dude from Paranoia Agent, or is this from Perfect Blue? Like, I was forgetting, but... I like, did a brief, like, remembering of Perfect Blue, and, yeah. But I do need to watch it again.
Yeah, it's...
Sorry, not Paranoia Agent, Paprika.
Yeah,
I also got Paprika and Paranoia Agent. I remember like so well because it's my.
I still need to
thing
see
Satoshi
Paranoia
Kon has
Agent.
done.
Like that and Paprika are the only things from Satoshi Kon I still haven't seen. Yeah, and like
all right, but...
it's like a meme, but like I think he's like the Charlie Kaufman of anime, and it sucked that he died so early. Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Perfect Blue.
that's my recommendation. So yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled for Perfect Blue, 1997, directed by Satoshi Kon. Watch it, and because this is a movie that like specifically needs to be spoiled because you literally can't talk about the movie without spoiling Perfect Blue anyway. So like you better see the movie, because like we're not gonna hold back. We spoil everything anyway, but like you can't really talk about the movie without spoiling. So make sure you watch Perfect Blue before we end things, I guess. So
yes,
I'm so excited.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So anyway. That's all, folks. Bye. Bye. Bye.